But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce?
It's your buddy John, back with the Week 15 progress update. Now, I got the heavyweight championship. WrestleMania was this weekend. I didn't even know that. It's been a long time since I watched it. I had the recommendation from my aunt. She said I should have my championship belt on. So we got our little NWO joint over here. NWO New World Order, for those who don't know. I don't know if there's any possible any way that there's someone who doesn't know, but if you don't, now you do. And you see my Al Pacino shirt. She's got a great ass. It's from the movie Heat. She's got a great ass. Shout out to my boy Mike for sending me this amazing t-shirt. Al Pacino, one of his best roles, if you ask me. Super enjoyable. Heat's a classic movie. You know, R.I.P. Val Kilmer. He was awesome in it too. So check out Heat. But anyways, let's get right into it. For the week, we switched it up a little bit this week. We did a little different protein, and I think the results are pretty good. So 2 pounds of white albacore tuna, 2 pounds of ground turkey, 7 scoops of Equip peanut butter protein powder, 7 scoops of unflavored Equip collagen, 1 cup of jasmine rice. We didn't eat any veggies this week, really. That's unfortunate. And then I went to a little get together on Saturday and had a few street tacos, beef, homemade, pico de gallo, super delicious. The tacos were amazing, so I indulged a little bit. Really nice week. I'm very happy with it. Walking this week, 56.55 miles. I think this is the second or third highest total I've done in the 15 weeks of recording this. You guys can fact check me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's up there. Really nice week. I walked every night. I usually don't. Usually on Sunday nights when I record my video and stuff, I usually take the night off to get some rest. But this week we did not do that. We went after it on Sunday night and we walked every night up until 2:30 this morning. So we even walked for today. Last night it carried over from Saturday night to Sunday night. So I'm pretty happy with the results. Sleep, again, you know, I got to be more disciplined. You know, I'm the only one driving this train here, and sleep was about 4 hours a night. There was one night where I didn't really get any sleep, and that's not good. It doesn't feel good. It affects performance when I'm out there walking. On nights when I'm really tired, it's where I want to cut my walk short or not walk at all. So I'm setting myself up for failure for not taking care of that. We're going to do better in the future. We're not going to try to do better. We're going to do better. So look for that 4 hours a night to go up, because I'm tired of Friday and Saturday night getting full nights of sleep on those nights, trying to save the weekly average. Not good. No weight training this week. Unfortunate. Another lack of discipline. But I mean, I really was so tired this week. And again, not from energy, like energy levels not depleted from not eating. That wasn't a big deal. I was eating just fine. I was moving along the week perfectly fine, actually. But the sleep really affected me, unfortunately. And during the day after I got off work, if I'm going to weight train, I normally will weight train after I get off work. And then I will go on my walk a few hours later. But I just did not have the go to make that happen. So unfortunately, no weight training this week. That's on me. Another area where a lack of discipline, it affected this week. This coming up week, we're going to try to do better. Sorry, not try to do better. We will do better. So we stepped on the scale this morning, and what a result. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't anything crazy, but we stepped on the scale this morning, and the new weight is 237.2, a loss of 4.3 pounds for the week. Let's hear it for him. Let's go. That brings the grand total to 70.5 pounds in 105 days. 70.5 pounds to 105 days. Honestly, I'm blown away. Listen, when I knew we were going to undertake this task here, trying to lose weight, I had a good idea. I had a good feeling we could do it. But to see this kind of progress in this period of time, I mean, I'm, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot, right? Like Arn Anderson used to say. It's just I didn't expect it to go like this. I thought losing 100 pounds in a year would be feasible. I still thought it would be super tough, but we're at 70 and a half in not even 4 months. And again, I mean, it's been a challenge. It's been a real challenge, but a challenge that I'm happy to accept, a challenge that I feel good undertaking. It feels good to have a purpose every day that, hey, we got to take care of this. This has to happen. I have to eat a certain way. I have to make sure I go walk. Um, I, Obviously, this week I didn't feel the purpose to weight train, but, you know, I'll take that one on the chin. That's my problem. But yep, so that brings us to 70 and a half pounds. And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. We're going to keep grinding. So next up, 220s. I haven't been in the 230. I can't remember. This is the last time I was in the 230s. But, next stop, somewhere in the 220s. So let's go. Let's get it. I'm also going to share, I understand, like, it's kind of on the channel, we are losing weight here. But I understand, like, I'm thinking about it, like, I really don't show a lot of the progress. So I'm going to take this opportunity to show you day one on January 5th and day 105 today, April 20th. And we're going to take a look at the pictures from the first day and the pictures from today, this morning after I got on the scale. We've got some front shots, obviously. So I'll share the front shots. We'll do side by side so you guys can take a look at them and tell me if you can see the difference. And then we'll do the side shots. I'm wearing the same tank top and all these, try to keep it consistent so we can, the stark differences in my appearance. So we'll have the side shots. Then we will do day one and day 105 shots from rear, my back, shooting over my shoulder with the camera like an idiot. We'll take a look at that. But what do you guys think? I mean, let's put some down in the comments. If the results are satisfactory, let me see some top G's in the comments. Top G. Just go ahead and put that down there. You know what I mean? Because that's what my license plate says. Because again, I'm an idiot, but I have fun with it. Top G comments, go. This weekend, another great weekend. Dropped by, saw my boy Aaron, dropped off some shoes for his daughter. My daughter can no longer fit. He's got a great family, great kids. Always a good time to see him. Always enjoyed chopping it up with my boy Aaron. Shout out to my boy Aaron. Yeah, shout out to my boy Chris. He hit me up the same evening, and we hung out for a little bit. Next day, I went to his house for a get-together. Had some delicious tacos, hung out with his awesome family. So that's always good. And glad he's back home. Glad he's going to be working around the area instead of out of state. So shout out to Chris for being home. Love both y'all boys. Appreciate your friendship. We're going to do things a little differently this week. No album of the week, no song of the week, because I really didn't listen to music at all this week. I spent a lot of my time on YouTube watching a page called Explore With Us, or EWU, EWU. And it's really about specific crimes that are committed, and it focuses on like police interrogations and interrogation tactics. And the guy who narrates it breaks down what all this stuff means. I thought it was very fascinating. So every time I went out on a walk, that's what I was listening to. I was listening to these crime files and these interrogations. You can get lost in it. Well, I can if you have an interest in that stuff. If you're not a big fan of that stuff, then it won't do anything for you. But Explore With Us channel, I think they got like 6 million subs, and just criminal case after criminal case of people being extra despicable and how they're able to get these guys to confess. It's very fascinating. Definitely a good watch. Highly recommended. I also won't have a top 10 this week because I wasn't listening to any music. It's just the way it went this week. I was so enthralled in what I was watching. Couldn't bring myself to put any music on. So we'll try again next week. We'll see how much more, we'll see how much longer I am enthralled in this EWU channel Maybe I'll get tired of detectives starting every interrogation with, "I don't think you're a bad guy." It does get old, but I feel like I'm pretty versed in the read technique and how to interrogate people without being a detective. So fascinating stuff. Anyways, onward and upward. On to the week 16 progress update next week. 70.5 pounds thus far. The progress continues. I am in love with the work. I am in love with the process right here. The discipline that's required. It's given me confidence again in myself. Not just confidence, in my appearance again, but confidence in my ability to say I'm going to do things and then do them. I think as a man, anyways, that's always one of the most important things you can do is when you say you're going to do something, you have to be able to do it, you know? So it's good to restore that ability. And I'm happy that I'm able to go forward, not only saying I'm going to do things, but follow up. Because for a while, that's been a problem, but not today. Oh, no, not today. So, anyways, that's all we got for week 15. I'll see you next week for the week 16 update. It's your buddy John. Out.
God, your hands are green. Because they got hit by lightning,